Hello and welcome to another broadcast, another podcast of On Purpose. I am Luana, your host, and I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you have been able to get our notifications so whenever we have a new podcast, you'll know. Because if you don't, then you're just going to have to watch social media or whatever. So, again, this is Thawana, and this is On Purpose. I'm so excited about our guest today. You guys don't get to see her yet, but in a minute. But she is a very dear friend of mine, and we have been chatting about this moment for a while, and it is upon us. And I'm so excited. So I want you to get your virtual applause ready, and I want to welcome Miriam Benton. Miriam.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone, she says. We're so excited. So Miriam, it's here.
Yes, I'm honored to be here. I'm really honored to be here.
I'm so excited. Like this is gonna be just the sound check was a hoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You guys may hear about that later, but just the sound check was a hoot. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit, just a tiny bit about Miriam and what Miriam enjoys doing, what Miriam loves. Let's see. Okay, so I'm trying to remember Miriam. I know I met you through church.
Yes.
How long ago has
Ooh.
Gary is about to be 17
yeah.
in a few months. So
He was a baby the first, like John's Avenue, I think.
Yes.
I remember seeing y'all.
So that's been a while.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell our age or
Right.
anything, but that's been a while.
It is.
That's been a while. And Miriam has been a consistent covenant friend. And that is not a stretch. Like that's literally the truth.
Yeah.
And I honor you. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad that after all these years, you're still hanging out.
Right.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love you.
Yeah.
And honor you too.
Oh.
Seriously, I think you know how I feel about you, but just having the opportunity to come here on purpose, live life on purpose. I mean, it's totally who you are and who you exude.
Oh.
And I honor you for just the person you've been. You've been the same, but just grown, and even in integrity and stuff. So I really appreciate that about you. I look up to you in that way. Even when I wanted to learn photography and stuff.
I forgot about that.
She took me under her wing. She taught me so much about photography.
Oh, wow.
Took my first wedding pictures with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you've been doing your life on purpose for a very long time. Now you're just pushing others to do the same.
That's insane. That's crazy because
so
I don't think I ever looked at it that way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Miriam. So tell us a little bit about Miriam's a PK.
Yes. If you don't know, it's a preacher's kid.
A preacher's kid. And so Miriam lives an amazing life. Most people think PK kids are just like going all the time, like they never get a break, like they live at church.
Yeah.
And that's actually not true. What I do love about you and your family, Miriam, and I'll say this and then I'll give you a chance to tell a little bit about yourself. I do love that even though you're a PK kid, like you guys are always traveling.
Yeah. We love to travel.
You have taken what is on my bucket list of dream vacations, Hawaii.
Yes.
You guys went to Hawaii. What has been
I've gone to 3 of the 4 islands.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so this is exciting. So Miriam, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
And I want you to share something with them that if they never ever got to touch you the way that I do, but they just hear your voice and they watch this podcast, what do you want people to know about you?
I want people to know that I'm an overcomer. Something that a lot of people don't know is at times I've dealt with depression or anxiety.
Wow.
When I was younger, I even dealt with the thought of suicide.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know that. So I'm victorious. I absolutely love life. Another thing about me is that I am a miracle because the doctor told my parents that I was going to be a miscarriage. Mm-hmm. And so just the fact that I just made it to 40, like I was like, God, turn my mic up. turn my makeup, God. Like some people saw my TikTok and they saw me shouting on my TikTok.
Yeah.
But I was like, I felt it because I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
yes, like, oh my gosh. I'm literally like a miracle.
Oh
like,
my God.
And even through all the different things that have happened in my life,
Mm-hmm.
like still God continues to renew his grace, his mercy upon me.
It's crazy.
He keeps giving me joy, even in sorrow and pain.
Wow.
Like he taught me to trust him in a new
Yeah.
way. And so if I don't get to speak to you in person, but you see this, trust God. Like he
God.
never leaves you. He never forsakes you, no matter how it looks. He's always there with you.
I love that. I love that.
Everything.
Oh my gosh. Like you just gave me chills. Like I'm not kidding. Like I absolutely love this. Okay, so let me tell you just a little, we're going to tell them a little bit about our relationship and you know how we keep each other together.
Yes.
Miriam, what we wanted to talk about today was our words have power.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes, you know, you get challenged with people because people be peopling
Yes.
and carrying on and stuff. And so what I love about Miriam is that when people start peopling and then I want to people. When I just want to. Miriam is just like, nope. That's not what we doing.
We're going to walk in love and stay
we're gonna, oh my goodness. If I tell you how many times I heard that when I wanted to hear, okay, girl, let's load up.
Right?
Miriam not loading up. Okay, so let me tell you something.
In
If
my
you
mind,
in her mind, she probably gonna load up. But if you need somebody to physically load up and go handle something, leave Miriam behind because she gonna be on these knees praying that you get your mind right before you make a bad decision. It might be somebody else to load up with you, but it's not Miriam. Okay, so that is what I can appreciate. Miriam and I worked together for a short time, but even when we did a lot of photography together, Miriam just always kept my feet on the floor, whether I wanted them on the floor or not. Like, I just remember the times, my oldest son, Darian,
Yes, oh my gosh.
you guys were quite a hoot when we'd be out at an event, and I couldn't keep you separated.
Right.
I couldn't keep you focused, but you know, but yeah, so Miriam and I have a lot of memories, but so yeah, she's not, if you can remember anything about her, remember that she is a testimony. She loves Jesus, and she's always going to give you what's positive and what's good. She's not going to ride with you.
I will, but I might be that one that stays in the car. I mean,
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that.
I might be in the one like,
You might.
Lord, let him get out there quick. Like, do the supernatural, Jesus. Come on, don't let it take too long. Let's get in and out.
But Mir, you would get in the car?
I probably would.
Oh my, this is good.
I probably would.
Okay, all right. Oh
Not
my
with
God.
everybody.
But you
But
will
you
get
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
car.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, everybody. I have some friends like they'll get in the car and they'll hop out the car.
Oh, we gonna pray in the spirit. You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody. Oh, we gonna pray.
Miriam
And that
said,
thing gonna change.
Miriam said that thing gonna shift.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's what you need to know about Miriam. Okay. It sounds like she will get in the car with me, but it sounds like she's not gonna watch me run off a cliff. Okay. She's not gonna do that. But okay. So Miriam, tell us a little bit about your mom and dad. Okay. I have watched them over the years and they are the cutest ever.
Yeah.
Like, I just watched, you did a live. I don't know. Does your mom know that she
knows
was live?
now. She knows now.
So Miriam Benton is her name. So if you don't follow her on social media, go find her. But she's always, she's an amazing content creator. And so Miriam you did this live of, you guys were at worship prep rehearsal. And her mom was singing, and her mom has a beautiful voice.
She does.
And
my favorite singer.
what I loved about that moment was it wasn't so much about your mom's voice. It was your dad's reaction. Yeah. Your dad was behind her and he was so giddy smitten like he had just met this woman, and it was the cutest thing ever. I needed my husband to see that. Mir, how long have they been married?
41 years.
41 years.
Yeah, this October 22nd was 41.
And this man was watching this lady sing like he had never heard her sing before.
That is his absolute favorite singer. I'm his second.
Oh, yeah. You said that to me when I commented. Yeah. You said that. So, Mir, what is it about your parents that when you get married one day, and I'm speaking that when you get married one day, what will you take away from their 41 years? Faith.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know you were going to ask me that question, but I have the shirt that says faith on.
Check it out.
And that is exactly what they are. From marriage, from having children. When the doctor said no, God said yes. They stood on faith. From building the home that they live in, we live in. When it was during the recession, when people told them they weren't going to be able to do it, but they stepped out on faith. Our church, that just everything, even their health and relationship, all of that has showed us and taught us as a family to have faith. Trust God when you can't trace Him. Know that, just like I said earlier, it's consistency, but He's always there. So, like, that is one thing. Love hard. They both love each other hard. And be connected to God. Like, make God number one priority. That's like literally, those are just a few of the things that I would want to take into my relationship.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I love them and I watch them, and I mean, it just makes my heart so happy. And so when I look at you, I'm just like, oh my God, Miriam must have some things that she is like acorns that she's storing up, that she's learning from them, that she will take and apply in her relationship. Okay, so way cool. All right, so Miriam, tell me this. Tell me what it is that you enjoy doing the most when it comes to ministry. Because ministry is, I don't want to say ministry is your life, but it's a huge part of your life because, like I said, her mom and dad pastor here locally in Mount Dora, downtown.
Impact and Word Family Worship Center.
Yes, it's pretty much downtown Mount Dora.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Miriam, what is it that you enjoy most about serving in ministry?
First off, I consider it an honor and privilege to serve under my parents.
Yes.
I really do. I don't feel that I have to.
Wow.
And that's something that I'm thankful for.
Okay. So why do you say that? Let me stop. Why do you say you feel like you don't have to?
Because I've been given that that permission, pretty much. Conversations with my bishop, which is my father.
And you'll hear her refer to him as her bishop. Yeah. Because that's her dad, and that's her honor.
Yeah, I want to show reverence to him, as my bishop, like you said, and my spiritual covering. But he's always given me the opportunity to go find something. Like, if you know there's something that's going to build you spiritually, build you in ministry, go and find that. Because if I go, I'm going to bring it back to the house anyways.
You are.
Or wherever I go. So I don't feel trapped.
Wow.
And I'm so
some PK kids do feel trapped.
I'm thankful for that. I'm really thankful for that because, like you said, I do know some PKs feel like, well, I gotta be here because my parents are here. But that's not true. My brother, he still serves at another church, so he's not trapped. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna eventually come back. I just know it in my spirit. But I know that I'm not trapped either, and I enjoy immensely getting to worship at Impact and Word Family Worship Center. I know that God has more things that He's going to allow me to do, but Impact and Word Family Worship Center is still going to be my foundation. Yeah. So, what I do love too that I've been getting to do more is like the one-on-ones, encouraging and helping disciple people. I'm enjoying that
because you also serve in leadership, Miriam. Miriam.
I started ministry called Adoration at my church, and it's teaching children how to pray and build a relationship with
wow.
Christ. When I was younger, when probably, well, yeah, I'm gonna date myself, but when I when I was a young adult,
A young adult.
yes, Elder Fields, Deanna Fields from our church,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
she was the one that started Adoration with us, and we would
Okay.
come in on Friday nights, and she would literally like teach us how to stand up before people, pray the word of God, just the intercession, like teaching us to intercede. She would even watch us when our parents were out of town sometimes, and so we would like get up in the middle of the night or whatever, and we would hear her praying and
Wow.
interceding, and she wasn't saying the same thing, because you could wake up a different time, and we would be like, Mom and Daddy, like, she legit is praying. Like, she is legit, like, not saying the same thing, but she was
Wow.
interceding,
Yeah.
and that spirit of intercession. So I actually wrote like or created a book.
I know you
Yeah,
told
a
me about
workbook
that.
for
Yeah.
adoration, and I love it. I've been able to give it to the children at church,
Mm-hmm.
and just watch how God is blessing them, how they've been filled with the Holy Ghost and with the evidence of speaking in tongues.
I love
I
it.
mean, like,
We gotta prepare them.
Yes, we got to prepare this next generation.
Yeah.
Because they're really the generation now.
They are. They are the
Yeah.
now generation. But you know what? There is no more assuming that they are okay.
Right.
Or sending them out the door in the morning and just hoping that they're okay.
Yeah.
Like, we have to make sure that we
Prepare them.
equip them and
Yeah.
prepare them. And so I love that. Like, I said this not long ago, like, it's like with Gary. I still pray for him before he gets out of the car, and he doesn't feel a way about it or whatever. It's kind of funny though. I don't know if I told you this, but her and Gary have their own little
Yes.
whatever.
I love him.
There, I know he loves you too. But Gary, it's this funny thing when he gets ready to get out of the car and I'm done praying for him. Typically, when he's getting his backpack out of the back, I'll say, "Okay, buddy, I love you. Have a good day." And if he's too busy to say the words "I love you" and he doesn't hear me till he's closing the door and he walks away, this is what he says when he's passing the car.
Oh,
I'm like,
so
what?
cute.
I know, Mir, but like, why you can't say the words? Why your friends standing around the car can't hear you?
He's growing up. We got to give him a little
And
grace.
so, listen, the first time he did that, I went and parked that car and I texted him and I was like,
You
so
better say-
why can't you verbalize? Why was the lip movement? And so he sent me like these LOL
Yeah.
emojis or whatever, and we talked about it later and laughed. And then when he got out of the car like a week ago, he tried it again, and when he did it, he gonna turn around and look at me and laugh. But I know.
So now that's y'all's thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I love
But
it.
yeah, but we have to make sure that they're okay. And I love that you are doing that, because our children are encountering way more stuff than we did.
Yeah, it's the truth about it.
Way more stuff than we did. And again, it's not about just hoping they're okay. It's
Right.
not about whatever you got in church on Sunday was enough. Like, it is it's our role and our position to make sure that they are equipped
Yes.
daily.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
and I
love
do
it.
love being a worship leader. I mean, I don't take that for not.
I mean, I wasn't gonna bring that up or nothing, but you talk about a songbird. Like, this
Thank
is Miriam sings like she clearly was born to sing. Like, and it's not even singing, it's worship. It was the funniest thing, because when Mir and I worked together, like, man, we had that office lit up.
Yes.
Because I tend to play music, worship music, while I'm working, and Mir came in my office for something. Like, it was like, have you heard this song? Have you heard this song? And, you know, a time or two, we forgot we were at work.
That's the truth.
But that's okay. Those people in that office were safe.
Hey, saturate.
They were safe.
Yes.
They were safe. Okay.
I felt it.
Wow. So Miriam, what are you doing right now? Like, are you working on anything? I know you travel a little bit, doing worship and things like that. So what does all of that look like? Does that keep Miriam busy?
Yes.
Because Mir, sometimes you don't slow down. Sometimes
I was trying to. I felt like I was doing a lot better with that. And then I've kind of felt myself, okay, you need to chill out a little bit more. But I try to make sure when I do take that time and I am supporting other people, that it's purposeful. Like, I don't want to just be doing something to do it.
Right.
So I'm trying to be more intentional.
Right.
So
because you are a huge supporter.
Yeah.
Thank you for Miriam that. Is that person. If you are doing something or having something, if Miriam can get there, Miriam's going to be there. So Miriam,
that's one of my love languages too.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I do believe it. I think it comes very natural for you. I don't think you work at it, because whenever you have done it, like, it's not like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like, it took everything I had to get here. Like, it's not that way. The same smile you see right now is the same smile she walks in with. It's probably the 5th event she's been at that day, but she's never gonna show it. So Miriam, how do you know when you need to slow down?
My mom said something very intricate to me one day. She said, God guides, the devil drives. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
God guides, the devil drives. And so there would be some times that I was like, oh, I need to do this. She's like, Mir, are you being driven or are you being guided? And so I'm like,
did that put things into perspective?
Yeah, most definitely.
Like, instantly.
Yeah. I mean, did I want to act like it did? No.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, and it's learning to say no, which that's not something that comes easy for me.
Yeah.
So, even like going to different engagements and stuff, not just being so quick to say yes, because I still have to lead worship at my church. I still have to, be there for my family and stuff like that. And I think people might think that I'll be, oh, she'll say yes. But I'm learning, like I said, to be, to kind of prioritize things a little bit more. Okay. And yep, exact word. It is okay.
And you know what? Those friends that you probably have to say you can't or no, because Mir will find the cutest way to say no. It won't just be no. It'll be so, listen, you'll feel so assured that, you know what, like, she really cannot make this happen.
Yeah.
But it won't just be no. It will be, okay, case in point. Okay. You don't know what I'm
saying. I'm like, oh God.
Okay, so when I reached out to Mir like a week ago, and only I can reach out to Mir and ask her to record a podcast like a week or a couple of days ahead. But even I got the sweetest little, let me double check type note like thing. Because when I reached out to Mir, I was like, on some Wednesdays, we don't have church at our church. Yeah. And our churches we do a lot together. Yeah,
covenant partners.
Yes. And so I was just like, oh, we don't have church Wednesday night. Let me get Mir in the studio. So I was like, I'm texting Mir, and Mir was like, oh, well, let me reach out. Let me contact my bishop. Now, mind you, bishop is who?
My daddy.
Her dad. And Mir had a few other things that she was already committed to. And so instantly when she said that to me, I didn't wait for her to work that out. I instantly came back in the text and said, well, listen, what about Saturday? Because for me, I think I just regained a whole another level of respect for you, because even though doing this would be so amazing,
right,
you still were committed to something else, and right, you wanted to make sure that it was okay. And because the next time I see her dad, I don't want her dad looking at me like,
what?
You know
what? And he had said yes. He was like, oh, okay.
Aww.
But I also know that we do rehearsal and stuff, and I'd want to give them some time off towards the end of the year. So I was kind of like putting all of that in perspective too.
Yeah. No, Mir, I was just like, okay, let's shoot for another date, and that worked. Yeah. But it's just one of those things where So when was the last time Miriam had a Friday night where she had nothing to do, nowhere to go, and a Saturday when she had no name on anything?
Ooh,
It's been a while.
probably my birthday. And
Okay, that's
even
not been
then,
that long ago,
it's
Mir.
been months.
Well,
But even then, I mean, yeah, that's probably the
ooh,
last like weekend I had like a straight me weekend, I think.
wow.
Earlier in the year it was a little I kind of took a little bit more time,
Yeah.
but and I understand it kind of goes in that flow
Mm-hmm.
where you get really really busy, but then you
Mm-hmm.
also have to find those other little intricate times
Yes.
that okay, I got to sneak this for myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whether it's like a longer ride home,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's just oh, I'm gonna go get me a massage just because I want to, not because I need it,
Got you.
but
Got you.
because I just need to pamper myself.
So how does Mir pamper herself?
Other than just going to get my nails done, which I need to go get done. No.
She ain't showing no nails,
Right, that's
y'all.
why I'm going like this. But I, you know what I've been really loving doing? I heard
What?
I think it was Priscilla Shiver say, write down your prayers. So, and she said, you don't just write them down just to write them down. You write them down to remember what you wrote, what you prayed about.
Well, okay.
So, this is something I've been enjoying, whether it's a short prayer or long prayer. Even if I'm like, I was in a leadership thing this morning
Mm-hmm.
and they were teaching. And so instead of just writing notes, I'm like, okay, Lord, help me to show compassion. Lord, help me. Like, making it like a prayer. And so that's something I've been enjoying.
So is this
doing.
like journaling? Like, are you
Yeah.
putting them all in one place?
I'm putting them in my little notebook. So I'm just like doing the notes, but I'm making it more prayer form or like communication with God form. Yeah, because I'm really trying to draw closer to God because you can never get closer.
You can never be too
Yeah.
close. Oh wow, I love that. Okay, yeah, I was just asking that question because I know we get really busy, and it's just like it dawned on us last night. It was a Friday night, and we were just like, whoa, we don't have anywhere to go.
Right.
We don't have anything to do in the morning. Like, what do we do? Oh my goodness, like what do we do with that? And so
Cherish it.
I know.
Cherish
I was
it.
laying there last night, like poor Gary. Gary came home. We went out to dinner last night with the kids, and Gary, of course, everybody knows Gary's got a little job. I don't want to say little, like it's little.
My boy working.
And Gary working. He has a job, and so Gary had to go to work this morning. But when we got in from dinner, Gary passed out, went to sleep. I went to wake him up to tell him to go shower. Gary was snoring. I left him alone. Because one funny thing about Gary, if he's out and you try to wake him up, he's gonna wake up a little bit out of it.
And he could be mad. Can he be mad?
He'll start crying. If y'all repeat this, if y'all repeat this, do not be teasing my baby
For
when
real.
you see him. But no, he can be so asleep that if I try to wake him up, he will wake up thinking he's late for school. It's the funniest thing.
I get that.
I don't bother him
though.
anymore.
Yeah.
And so he went to sleep. We went to bed last night, and he got up in the middle of the night, got his shower and stuff. And then this morning I'm laying there and I'm like, oh, there's no reason to get up right now. And this boy in the other room texts me his breakfast menu.
Oh,
Yes, had to be to work. He was leaving for work like at 10:40, and so it was like 7 something. And I'm like,
excuse you.
I'll make you breakfast, but not now. So of course I get up.
I know you're gonna say
Made
it.
everything on his little Cracker Barrel list.
Aw.
I did. I made everything that he
That's
asked
special
for.
though. I mean, you don't have many years.
I know,
left.
and I cherish them because I know one day he'll go off to college and I won't be getting a text to make breakfast for him. So I enjoy those moments. Okay, so we're going to get ready to wrap this. Miriam is going to come back. Don't you worry. Miriam is coming back. So Miriam, if you could say one thing about speaking positive to our podcast family, what would that be?
I think it would be. I'm trying to make sure I'm very intentional with what I say. Even if it's a hard day,
Mm-hmm.
you woke up.
Ooh.
Because sometimes you don't want to wake up. But the fact that you woke up, it's another chance for it to be a better day.
Oh my goodness.
So, like, even if it's hard right now,
Yeah.
just keep waking up.
Keep waking up.
Because eventually it's going to get better.
Oh, it's not going to be rough always.
Not always.
And I know in those moments, that's all we can see.
Yep.
All we're thinking is, oh, when is this going to end?
But he didn't bring you this far to leave you.
Oh,
It's
you
the
see
truth.
why I love her?
It's the
Oh my
truth,
God.
though.
I know.
It is.
I know, but it's just like the way you put it. It puts things into perspective, and you think about. Because I often say to my husband sometimes, like, oh, whatever's going on, somebody else got it much worse than we do. And that's the way we have to look at it. Okay, the director is fanning me on, so
Gotcha.
that would mean that it is time to go. Listen, thank you so much for hanging out with Miriam and myself. We truly enjoyed you. Make sure you leave some comments in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe or you're going to miss new releases. And make sure you go follow Miriam Benton, okay?
The real Miriam
Benton, okay? You guys are amazing. Thank you. I am Thawana, your host, and this is On Purpose. And remember, whatever you do, do it on purpose.